Hi, my name's John Croker and I'm going to talk you through a couple of secret piano inside industry bits of information. Now, I've been playing piano since I was about 8 and I've been playing professionally since 1999 when I had my first job in York at the famous now El Piano. Amazing place, check it out. So basically, before you start to practice, before you start to play anything properly, it's quite important to warm up, all right? So you want to make sure that you're actually ready, you've got your brain in gear and you've got your hands ready. So for this reason, I would always start with scales and arpeggios, which might sound a bit boring, but don't worry because actually all musicians got to do it. Arpeggios are called broken chords to Americans. Anyway, so basically what you're going to do is you want to start with something quite simple, quite easy, that you've done lots of times before. Alright, so for example, C major, you want to start in C major because there's no flats, there's no sharps, and that means that there's no black keys, so it's all white, but you do have to remember the right fingers, and I'm just going to demonstrate here. C major scale, remember that the fingering in the right is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you go over an octave, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, so on and so forth. Okay, now there's two types of scales. You can do similar motion or contrary motion. That's similar or contrary motion. All right, now the trick here as well is that contrary motion is actually a bit easier in some ways because of the monkey brain. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's opposite, like a mirror. But similar motion means that your left hand is, for example, in C major, playing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1 over 2 octaves. But your right hand is going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in other words, your brain is going to do two different things, remembering where the fingers are. But if you start with if you start with contrary motion, it's just a mirror. So contrary motion is just that. Right hand going up, left hand going down. So 2 octaves is really a lot easier for me with the monkey brain than the similar motion is. But similar motion, you're going to have to do it at some point. Let's start down here. Now, that wasn't too fast, wasn't too slow. It's got my brain thinking, but the trick again there is that you're starting with your left hand on 5 and you're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, each octave. Alright, I did 4 octaves there I think, but right hand you're doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 until you get to 5 at the top, okay? And then you reverse. So that was C major, quite easy. You might want to do some broken chords, arpeggios. And I just went wrong there, but I don't care because I know that I'm good, so it doesn't matter. Okay, that was 3 octaves I just did. Sort of sempre staccato. Now let's move to F major, alright? So F major. That was contrary motion, 1 octave. Let's try similar motion. 2 octaves. That's a bit more tricky because again the fingers are moving differently. So your right hand is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. But your left hand at the same time is doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay, so you've got to do two different things at once. You've got your F, so you could do F major broken chords as well. 2 octaves, and then you might want to do G because they're the primary chords, and C major, G major. So now we've done F, which has got 1 flat. Now we've got G, which is the other direction in the circle of fifths, which has got 1 sharp. All right, and I'll go into that in scale theory in a separate video as to why we have flats and sharps. But basically, G major is the first black key in the sharp direction, so it's F sharp in that key, and in F major it was B flat, and there's a reason for that. So now we're going to do G major. So again, you could start contrary motion, contrary, quite contrary, how does the garden grow, that sort of thing. Or you could do similar. That was 3 octaves, I think. Now, there's loads of other scales that you can do. You can do chromatic. Whoops. Something like that, you get the point. The fingering for that is a little bit different. The fingers are starting on C, this is 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. And basically, every time that you've got an E and F, you do 1, 2. And every time that you've got anything else, you do 1, 3. Okay, so in other words, what you're actually doing is going 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, and then back down. Whoops. Alright, so you do that, and then left hand, same thing. Whoops, went wrong, so start again. Now, I went wrong there, because I put the wrong finger down, and if you don't put the right finger down, it's basically impossible to get speed on these things. And speed doesn't always matter, but sometimes it does matter in certain pieces, mainly in jazz or in classical. Anyway, so you've done your basic warm-ups there. Now what I would do is choose something really easy, a pop song really easy, let's say Ed Sheeran, Shape of You, because it's got about 3 or 4 chords in it. It's got a really easy riff, so it's just to get the rhythm going between left and right. So that one, so blah blah blah. Just do that for the sake of getting my rhythmical head on. Maybe play through the whole song of that. It's quite easy to do by ear, or get some sheet music. And then I try something classical, just to get my brain in gear. But I've missed out jazz, so let's do some jazz first. Little jazz, I would do a little bit of jazz. So I would do like take 5 or something. We're gotta get your brain to count in 5. So I would do like that. Whoops, I went wrong. I'll start again. I went wrong again. Still start again. Whoops, whatever, get the picture. All right, so do something that you like to do that's kind of easy for you. And like I say, went wrong, big deal, have a drink. So next thing is bit of classical, because you always need a bit of that going on. So just choose anything, you know. Just choose anything. Yeah. it's not even. Now what I'm doing here is I'm basically warming up, but I'm noticing that it's not perfect, it's not even. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit. And it still wasn't quite right. So I do that again until I'm confident. So. No, I lost it. Yeah, not good enough. Right, average, I'm going to do it again. Whoops. Hang on. Yeah. Right, got it now. So. Nah. Again. Now, I do this for a reason, because sometimes it's easier to play something faster and miss the notes out than to play it slowly and equally and accurately. And it's quite a trick and quite a trap, because when we're nervous or when we want to show something off to people or when we want to do our, impress ourselves, we tend to want to rush things. But the reality is that I'm not going to get any better if I keep trying to play that at speed. Because even though it glosses over once or twice, you do a concert and you'll mess it up. So the fact is there's no point me practicing faster, even though I can sort of do it. The point is to actually go back to that scales and go back to those arpeggios and try and slow it down so that you can hear that each note is lasting the right length of time. So that was a bit better that time, and it's taking more focus. It's taking my brain more time to focus, and it takes a bit more strength in your fingers to actually get it correct, get it more equal. So don't bother trying to rush things until you can actually play them properly, basically, is the advice there. So all of that was just stuff that I've done before, so I'm out of practice with it, but I can play it. I've played it before at concert level. So I'm just going to leave that. Now what I'm going to do is start to practice the piece I actually want to practice. Now I cannot recommend enough that you find a local qualified piano instructor. So I would suggest that you check out the musiciansunion.org.uk because they have their teaching rates there. It is presently about £33 an hour for a music teacher. But I think that's kind of what it takes, that's what it costs. And you need to also practice whatever they advise that you do in between your weekly practice, so that you can learn whatever you want to learn. Alright, so that's me. That is just a little welcome introduction of how I would start off by warming up before I practice anything properly. Bye.